doing? FMDale here, and welcome to Shrewsbury and ME, where we're taking Shrewsbury to the Champions League. Dale, you have an absolutely rubbish history in taking teams to the Champions League. Why do you keep saying this? Well, it's going to happen one time, so if I keep saying it, then it's going to be true. Isn't that how it works? We both know that isn't how it works, and you're just going to embarrass yourself, aren't you? Go on, tell them how it's been going. Oh yeah, that's it. This is what we want. This is what we want. How has it been going? What have we been up to? What song are you going to bring out? That's what you're all... What's the rewind for... Rewind?
All my sing-along crew go something like rewind. When the crowd say what? Rewind.
Bit of Craig David? What? Hey? Come on. Tell me you love that. Get down in the comments. Get down in the comments. Are you going to tell him how every time in year 7 you drove in, you had that Born to Do It album on your CD Walkman every blooming day? People don't know how cool that album was, right? That was a cool album. I'm not having any of it. Not having any of it. But anyway, how has it been going here at Shrewsbury Town? Well, I'll tell you what, we've been working hard. We've been working hard. And you can see from behind my head, we're in 9th position. 9th? Yeah, not as bad as you all thought, is it? 9th position. I'm okay with it. Decent start to the season. We'll have a look at the results right here. Go to the schedule. We did all right in the friendlies, not important. Morecambe game 1-1. You saw it, you enjoyed it, you loved it. The 2-0. We saw the 2-0 together. Another good win for us. We came from that 2-0 into the Carabao Cup. First game of the Carabao Cup. We had Burton. It was always going to be a game which I thought we could do well in. But when we went 1-0 down to Sam Lavel, Sam, we're going to call him. He scored early doors, but then Sadie, Pike, both came on, both did a good job. Very, very pleased. 1-1 against Wickham in the league. Bowman scoring early doors. Lewis Wing. Any Sheffield Wednesday fan will know Lewis Wing and the lack of work he did for us. Well, he scored a belter in the 90+2 minute. So it was 1-1, and from that, Derby, 1-1 again. Very early doors, we got 2 goals here. The 14th minute for them, James Collins. But we rocked in Ryan Bowman, who's had a very, very good start to the season. 15th minute scored. Okay, then we faced our first loss of the season, and it was to Ipswich. 1-0 we went up with Bowman. They scored 2 quite quickly at the end of the game. Quite quickly from each other in Lee and Ladapo. But you know what, again, Ryan Bowman. Come on, boys, you can't... This boy... He's slicked hair, his perfect teeth. Don't know how much you paid for him, but great teeth. And yeah, he did all right. We're doing okay. That loss we'll take. I mean, Ipswich are one of the best teams in the league. We're not really fighting against them this season. It's not the battle we're in for. The next game, Carabao Cup, 2nd round. Through. It meant nothing to us. Morecambe again, 2-0. Leahy and Tom Bloxham. Tom Bloxham actually becoming the youngest scorer for us ever in the League Cup. So that was nice. And from there, we went back into League One to play Bristol Rovers. We won 3-1. Sun Suk Bell. Oh, guys. We may have signed a guy. And I may have told you who it is already. Let's go and see him. Sun Suk Bell. Jude Sun Suk Bell has been brought in on loan. Potential is great. He's worth 11 mil. Already, and that is what I don't know how close this is for you to read, but that's the most important thing for you all. We are not paying a jot. We are not paying a jot to have him in the team. A striker who's been brought in from Tottenham. He was a Chelsea youngster, moved to Tottenham as a young. Well done, Dale. You got too excited about Jude, didn't you? Hey, Jude. Yes, I did. Not paying a jot for him. He's here for the season. Great pace, good determination, great finishing. Perfect for us, I think. He's going to be playing up front, hopefully, in a 2 for us. And he'll do very, very well. As you can see, 1 league game, 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 player of the match, 8.0. We need more from him in the league. He might be the one to take us forward. We have signed one other player. It's not as good as Jude. I'm not going to lie, but we have brought one in as well, and we got the transfer window today. So there's so much going on. The other player can come after me telling you the other result, because the other result was a little bit disappointing. The last result was the 0-0 against Port Vale in the Johnston's paint. We had to try and mix up the team a little bit because of injuries and everything that goes on with such a small squad. We had to mix the team up. We played a different formation. We actually played the 4-2-3-1 formation, trying to give different players a go, trying to get fitness levels back up. And some decent performances in there. Taylor Moore 7, 7-7 Pennington Kelechi Etienne, a young lad, playing his very first game for us. He played at right back and he did well. Harry Burgoyne played in goal. It was 0-0. They won on penalties. I think it was 8-6, no, 8-7 on penalties or something like that. Yeah, you know what? It is what it is. We're not fussed about the Johnson's paint. I'm not fussed about it. Oh, sorry, the Papa John's. Papa John's. That's my age, isn't it? That is my age. I'm an old man. Old man. It was Cade Craig who missed it. But today we have as I say, we have the transfer window, but also the Forest Green game. Now, Forest Green are in 20th in the league. You've already seen that we are 9th. And sitting pretty, 2 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss. That was to Ipswich. Ipswich are up in the top 3, as you'd expect them to be. They've not lost a game this season. So we have a good opportunity today against Forest Green. Let's get this win. Let's get this win. But more importantly, let's just rope some players in. Because we need them. We need the backup, really. But we don't have much to play with. I think we've got $2,000. So it might be some backup players on very low wages. But we've got to try. Let's get to that transfer window.
And it was all yellow.
Yes, it is, Chris. Yes, it is. We are at the transfer window. The screen's gone yellow and we are ready to make some decisions, some changes, some moves, some massive, massive decisions. Who are we going to bring in? Let's find out. Oh, I didn't say the other player we brought in. Let's get him on. Florent Hotty's come into the team. He always likes bringing a hottie. The ladies swarming into Shrewsbury at the moment for this boy. £500 a week is what we're paying for him. He's central midfield, ball winning, deep lying, anything in there. 2.5 stars, perfect backup player. He's actually a breakthrough. We've got him agreed as a breakthrough player. He's only 21. Kosovan, might be able to get him an international. One thing I was a little bit upset about, Kosovo internationally, not the greatest team, right? We're all agreed. Needs to find a new club to play international football. What is that? In what way? We are a top quality side, I will have you know. But he has said he's worried about their lack of defensive midfielders. And that is a feel that we've all got right now. His background is all over the place. Rochdale to Dundee, to Forfar, to Dundee, to Arbroath. We've brought him back to England and 3 games so far for him coming off the bench. He's been absolutely fine, but we need a little bit more. So what can we get in the transfer window? Well, that's where we need to really dive in right now. Let's see what we can do. Right, so we've got some offers out. Some of them are frees and some of them are about to pop up. You'll see now. You'll see Shrewsbury seek loan deal for Wharton. A young lad, 18 years old at Blackburn. He's worth a hell of a lot of money. He's actually injured at the moment, but we're trying to bring him in for nothing. Not confident. But if we can, that would be absolutely brilliant. We're asking quite a lot of it. And we've also tried to bring in this boy. Transfer story has been leaked. Jordan Houghton. He's 50k. We've offered nothing. He's 3.2, so to be honest the chances of this guy are quite low, but we've got decisions to be made, really. That's where we're at, because we've got a couple of players who are definitely younger, who could come in, who could possibly come in, maybe not as good, but you can get multiple players for the same wage. So that's what we're looking at. He played a lot of games in this league last season, 42 games for Plymouth the last season, 1 goal. He's played a lot in League 1 and League 2. Premiership quality in the past, 28 years old. I think he'd be a good signing. And the other one, if you saw it before, is this boy. It is Harry Arter. Now, Harry Arter, this is a weird one. This is one that if we can get, I think it would be very, very good, right? Harry Arter himself, 0. It's costing us nothing. Nottingham Forest are willing to pay £7.5 thousand of his wages. Now, is he good enough? I don't know, because we don't have the scouting to look at Premier League players. So we do not know if Harry Arter will be good enough to play at this level. That is a slight worry. The fact that he was playing last year in the Vanarama isn't great. The year before, he was at Charlton. Not perfect, right? So I'm not sure if this is the right deal or if it's a bad deal. But we'll go through the negotiations together and let's see what we think is here. We're not going to play him in the central midfield role because we don't have anyone who plays that. We're going to ask him if he'll be a squad player. He will be a squad player. Oh, he wants 1.3 and that's not good because I've offered other people money. We have to offer him an absolute shoddy deal, which is not helpful to us. Let's offer him some more money on this front to make up for it. Good thinking, Dale. Thank you. I did try. Okay, well, adding that up, he's gone down to 800. Let's give him Let's give him that. Let's give him that. See what he says. An appearance fee. Yeah. All this is fine. Unused substitute. We'll give you that. 200. Get yourself involved, Harry. He's accepted it. Well, that's interesting. That is interesting. That is interesting. £400 a week. Yes, it's 11 grand, right? That's not perfect. We know that's not great. We've got a lot of transfer kitty, really. 11 grand's not costing us much at all. So that's not a problem. That isn't a problem. £400 a week. That is unbelievable to say he's already getting 7.5. Boys, what are we thinking? Do we bring in Harry Arter? Do we? Please don't say Quaresma. I think you're going to say Quaresma, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, Dale. Bring in Quaresma. No, I won't. We'll stick to Harry Arter. Let's see. One of the players that we've tried to get in as we're roping it in, 11 hours to go, is Last End Donker. We tried to bring him in, 21 years old, defensive midfielder. He's going to cost us nothing. He'd be terrific. They're saying he's great, but we can't bring it in because of this wonderful thing known as Brexit. Ruining Football Manager for all of us. And that's basically the reason. He's been at Brighton. He's gone to St Johnstone here, but he's just not played enough and he's not been in the country long enough. That means, unfortunately for us, we can't get him in, which is very, very disappointing at the moment. And I don't think there's much more we can do. I'm trying, but we're trying to bring people in. One player might be on his way out, one of the goalkeepers. That is, but only on loan. Don't panic. They're not letting us have him. They're not letting us have Wharton, which, look, I can't offer much more than what I have done, if I'm honest with you. They want him to play in a different role. I'm just going to suggest the term with them, but then they want that money. And I'm like, I can't give you that money. So, look, we'll offer it again just for funsies. But we've got a decision to make here, boys. And I'm not going to dive into the decision straight away. One decision we have to make, should we bring him in without a work permit? We're not going to be bringing him in without a work permit, right? Work permit's rejected. He's not doing high enough standard. So that's fair. He isn't high enough standard. But we're not going to bring him in if he can't play. I think that's for sure. So we're going to cancel that deal. That deal's finished. Lars and Donker's off the table. Sorry, Lars. But we've got another player in Luke Dreyer. He's a Crystal Palace youngster. We're thinking of bringing him in as an emergency backup. £750,000. Emergency backup. I'm not going to jump right into this. I'm going to leave this one for a little bit. He's only 2-star. He's only 2-star. He's looking forward to joining a new club. He's played one game for Crystal Palace, and it was years and years and years and years ago. He's not played for a long, long time. But the stats are decent. Like, as long as he's not moving, his stats are decent. Acceleration's shocking. Stamina's shocking. But he can play. He can play a bit of ball if it's on your feet. He knows football. But do we bring him in? I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it on, boys. I'm going to delay that one. I don't want to respond. Do you bring him in, or do you say no? He's a free transfer, so we can still bring him in after the day? We're going to say no. Oh, he's 750. Really, it's because it's 750. It's a lot. He's 23 though, and we could easily sell him on for money. Oh, this is not fun. He is, though, noted that it is a player who's frequently prone to injury, and I've played this game a lot, and I've never noticed that. So I'm going to go no. 750 quid is a lot of money for us, guys. I'm going to go no. This is a transfer window of hell, isn't it? Right, Harry Arter. Do we bring him in? He'd be a bit of experience. That is true. That is true. Luke Walker says that he's cleared and we've got no concerns of his illnesses, injuries, anything like that. So that's fine. £400 a week. We're going to... 33,000, by the way. I've given us more in the wages. I've knocked that down, so we've got £4,000 in wages, which means we should be able to bring at least somebody in. I'm trying, I promise. Maybe it's just this guy. Maybe it's just him, but I'm going to do it. A squad player, Harry Arter. We've got everybody else on loan. We're going to buy him. Done it. I've done it. We've signed someone. Come on. Terrible decision, though, isn't it? He's going to be like 1 star, and it'll be just... But £400,000 a week is an absolute bargain. Tell you what, not too disappointed though. Our star ratings go. Harry Arter is in the team. Ireland international, obviously not now. Let's look at these stats. Stamina, good, decent, very good actually. Teamwork is good, positioning's good. You know what? I don't think that's a bad signing at all. 3-star central midfield player. Bringing him in on £400 a week is an absolute steal. What do you think? Down there in the comments, say, Dale, you're the best. And I will be very shocked. No one has ever said that. So, well, no, but they might. They might today. Oh, it's not even over. There's 5 hours to go, and we've roped someone else in. This guy is on fire. This guy is on fire. No, stop it, Duff. Okay, I didn't even... Yeah. Who is it? Curtis Tilt. Oh, guys, Curtis Tilt. Never heard of him. Sorry, Curtis, if you're watching. Never heard of him, but what I will take is the fact that he is coming in. Right, and nice. This is nice, right? So, Curtis... We've brought him in for nothing. He's cost us not a jot, which is great. He's here on a free. But we've also done that same trick where Wigan are willing to have paid £1,500. I think it's £1,500 of his wages. What is it? Yeah, £1,500 of his wages. Wigan are paying for the year. So he's cost us nothing. £700 a week. We'll take that. Decent player, and also gives us some strength. We've got some good players in Pennington, Dunkley, and of course Flanagan, but now we have a fourth in Curtis Tilt, which means that central midfield slot, especially when we're playing 3 centre-backs, is a great position. He's no-nonsense centre-back. That's what we're looking for. Important player, prime of his years, 31 years old. We're building a team. Now, I don't expect much more today. Nothing else seems to be working for us. So the next time you see me, it might actually be the closing of the window. And it is the closing of the window, and this is our roundup. No players out. We couldn't afford it. We could not afford to let anyone go. But we have brought in Curtis Tilt, 31, an 18-year-old on loan in Sunset Bell, and Harry Artin as well. Experience, League One quality, I think, in there as well. So very good. I'm happy. What do you think? Get down there in comments. Like, subscribe, do all the beautiful stuff if you haven't already. But also, say what you think about the signings. I think we've done okay. I think we've done fine. So we're at the new lawn for Forest Green versus Shrewsbury. Now, I was actually at this game this season, and oh my days, was it interesting going down to Forest Green. If you're a Forest Green fan, randomly watching the channel now, I did enjoy it. As a Sheffield Wednesday fan, didn't enjoy watching that on Sunday, but that's not important right now. Shrewsbury, when we were there, we won. That's right, I said we. Teams as they appear right in front of you. Our team is Monroe in goal. We got 3 centre-backs, as we always do. But we've got a newbie in today. Dunkley, Tilt and Pennington. I thought it's a great opportunity to bring the new boys in. Forest Green aren't the best team. Thought if I bring newbies in today, that should be a good opportunity for them. And right wing back, we have Taylor Moore. Left wing back, Jordan Shipley. Defensive midfielder, Harry Arter rocking in. With Bayliss and Leahy in the middle. Bowman and Sunset Bell up front. Bowman playing instead of Danny Udoh, based on the fact that he is our leading goal scorer before this season. Sunset Bell going into his second game for us. Hopefully it can be as good as the first. Now, Forest Green Rovers managed by Big Duncan Ferguson. Doohan in goal, O'Keefe, Casey, Moore Taylor, Robson on Yango, McCann, Charlie Savage, the Robbie Savage's kid, Toye Harris, who's very, very good, and Jamari Clark. So we've got to do well today. We've got to get a good victory. Go up, keep this good running momentum going. We can't think about the Ipswich game. We've just got to think about this one. And that's exactly what we're thinking about as we look at how they're lining up. 4 at the back, 1 defensive midfielder in that beautiful spreading out positional way. We know how we look. We know it looks quite solid defensively. What you might not know is that Harry Otter's got the number 4 shirt. That's what we've given him. And number 2 is for Tilt. Forest Green in 20th in the league. We're up there. If we look at the 9th position, just below Sheffield Wednesday. Small team. Not sure if you ever heard of them. Great team. All right, the boys are coming out. Forest Green, interestingly, kick off. That's not interesting. More importantly, they're banning green shirts, right? So they're banning green shirts. I thought it was banned this season on green shirts. Now, Forest Green Rovers are allowed to wear their fluorescent green shirt. Does that count? What are the rules, guys? What are the rules as we come to the very first part of the game? And it's Moore Taylor coming forward with them. Robson, left-hand side. That's really... Our player looked like it... I don't believe it. Jamari Clark scored very early doors. Ooh, not the start we wanted, boys. Tilt was the man I think was beaten in the middle as well. As the ball went out wide to Robson, we shouldn't be letting this go. We are very defensively sound. We didn't. We don't look at here, though. It's gone over Tilt. Pennington's nowhere to be seen. And that is an easy header, easy finish. 1-0 Forest Green. I didn't expect to be saying that. Did not expect to be saying that. We've had no shots, nothing at all. And it's them again. McCann from distance. And that's way too close. That is way too close. Savage crossing it in. 35 minutes. Back post, and Bell gets a header, but only to Amatayi back in. Arter clears it. This is a moment. Bowman plays it forward. Sunset Bell getting his way. He's quick enough to beat these boys. He's not gone for the pace though. He's giving it back to Shipley. Now he's taking it down the left. Crossing it in is Bowman. Surely no. Shipley to Bowman. Anyone to Bowman. He's way too far away at this point. And he's having to recover it. Chips it back in. Sunset Bell's not really going to win headers in there. And that is not how... What is going on at the back? What they play it back to doing? But we're not looking like we're going to get a chance out of this one. And that's a disappointing end to a highlight. Kick off for the second half. And at half time, I just said to them, this isn't good enough. They knew it though. They knew it. But what we're going to do to make a difference? Is it going to be tactical? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be this moment with Dunkley throwing it into Bayliss? Bayliss to Bowman, crosses it in. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Maybe we need to go back to the normal 3 instead of bringing Tilt in. Maybe it was a bit too much to ask of him. But still, Bayliss has an opportunity. He has more of an opportunity. Oh, come on, Bayliss. Put it away. Put it back. If anything, do something. Right, slightly change the formation. Try to move the players forwards. Trying to get something out of the game because this is slipping away from us. We are throwing everything at this. We just need a goal. This is such a bad performance. We've been so good in the games. And this is just not what we've been like. As they've got a corner. McAllister back in. It's gone over. And we're not offering anything. We brought on Bloxham, Udo. Everybody's on. And the boys are not doing it. As Leahy puts it into the box. Something maybe. And it's wide. It never looked like going in. It's been the game for us. This is not good enough. We should be beating teams like this. Maybe the signings weren't right, but that is absolutely awful. Tilt 6-4, Arter 6-6, but bad performances from everyone. Winchester came on and did well, but they are going to get absolutely hammered here. I'm not going to lie, I'm telling them off. It just feels that made no sense to the way that we've been playing. We've dropped down to 11th. We should have done better than that. The way that we've been playing in the games this season, we should have done better than that. It makes absolutely no sense why we didn't. I'll take it on my chin and we'll just have to go again. When are we back? All right, guys, so when we're coming back, I've been looking at these fixtures, having a little gandaroo. I think we're going to come back for MK Dons and Fleetwood. That's when we're going to make our way back into the world, the ether that we're in. We might have some free signings by then. Hopefully we'll have a lot more goals. That's important. And then I can already tell you after that one, look at these 3. Leeds, Barnsley, Wednesday, all in. It's going to be a huge one, the one after that one. But next episode, next week, we'll be back with those 2 games. Hopefully more signings and hopefully we'll have switched it up because I can't be dealing with that kind of result ever again. Guys, loved it. Hope you're enjoying it. Hit the like, subscribe, do all the beautiful stuff. We'll see you all very soon. Toodle pip.